Welcome back to another episode of MacGyver's Workshop, and today we are making more and more progress. We're hoping tomorrow that we can actually break it down from in here and take it out and set it up on the slab. Basically what we're working on today, while it's quite chilly outside and we had our little snow this morning, nothing to speak of, but we went ahead and started working on our public call box signs and our fake windows. Our Tardis, we're faking in the windows, so meaning that there's not an actual hole with plexiglass. So I'll show you here in just a second. Okay, so here, what you would consider plexiglass, or not necessarily Lexan. Lexan is a type of what we refer to as plexiglass. It's a lot stronger and more durable, and also about 2 or 3 times as expensive. But we don't necessarily need it. We just need something that looks like a window. Of course, there's a protective film on both sides of this here. But all we're going to do is basically peel the film off of one side, spray paint it black, and then mount it up in this bay right here. And then then of course we'll have our framework, which is here. I just have it kind of halfway laid out here, and what I'm using is 5/8 PVC window molding, and it's just 5/8 square, and it works perfectly. And we've got them all measured out. We've got them all pre-cut for each. Pre-cut for each window, and fake window, whatever you want to call it. And I'll take you in here and show you what we have for our plexiglass. So these are all panels. I've got them numbered as to where they go in which slot, and then the slots on the Tardis are numbered as well. Basically, like I said, we peel the film off of one side, and then we shoot the back side of it with black spray paint, and then the side with the paint will actually go up and onto the Tardis, and it'll look like just a window facing in on a darkened space. So it's kind of an optical illusion. I didn't need to go all crazy with putting real windows and the phone cubby and all this, that, and the other, because basically it's just a little, yard barn that's covering a drain sump. So this way it works out better for us in that it makes the structure more durable and more watertight. So, and it's pretty neat. I used to do my little glue together models when I was a kid. If you ever got one that had a body that was clear, then you could make a really badass looking model, because you would paint from the underside, and then the finish was like a mile deep, and it was perfect paint job. So you can see this. Look at the reflection. That's off of spray paint. It's pretty tough, ain't it? I was proud of myself for that little clever trick. I wished I'd have thought of it. I didn't, unfortunately, but I can sure as heck use it. And then there's slot 1 and slot 2, or window 1, window 2. There's 8 windows total, 2 on each side. And I just use a regular can of black spray paint, and just lightly coat the back side of it, and that's all you need to do. Then when you look at it from the other side, it'll just, it'll look absolutely perfect. All right, so basically what we're going to have here, what I was showing you before with the spray painting the back side of the plastic. To do that, I'll do this one little bit right here and let you see what it looks like from the other side. I got a run there, but okay. It ain't going to show on the other side though. That's the cool bit. If you look at it,
It's like black glass.
it's like black glass, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, really, really kind of a neat little trick there. And then we'll just go ahead and shoot all the rest of this. And like I said, if you get a little too close and it runs, no worries, because it's not going to show, because you're going to be seeing the other side. And then here's our roof section. We've got our that Flex Seal, you know, it's stuff we see on the infomercial that made a screen door canoe or something out of it or whatever. And it's actually pretty neat. I guess it's kind of like a spray-on elastomeric coating, and it's clear, you know. I got a little cloud here and there, but you know, I'm really not worried about it, because after a few months out in the sun, this blue is going to just bake anyway. So that's it'll weather and end up looking like that anyhow. So, but it's basically got, it's almost like you dipped it in rubber or something. So this roof will hopefully hold up. And thanks to Volpone, I believe, from the TardisBuilders.com forum, from Vermont Lanterns, I've got a really cool glass, and I was there in my pictures and all. I said, you know, I was going to have to deal with a little chintzy, you know, jelly jar porch light, and but thanks to him, he turned me on to these guys, you know. And I saw the website Vermont Lanterns, but when I searched the site, it's been a few months ago, I was never able to find anything like this. But he's like, you know, you got to keep checking back, and I did, and sure enough, this is a 5-inch diameter, and of course my my block up here is 6 inches, so it's just perfect. Now, obviously it's not how it's going to be, but just to give you a visual reference, that's how the you know, proportionally the light is going to look really good. And then that other lantern thing that I told you I bought on online, that we'll cut the top off and use the top for that. And I'll keep my little $4 jelly jar light fixture, because I can use the light socket and all out of it. So that'll be good. That'll match my Matt Smith era Tardis. So, or, you know, at least reasonably close anyway. But yeah, those guys, man, it was like 18 bucks for that, and they got it here like in less than a week. So no complaints there. All right, so the plexiglass, or you know, what do they call it, this acrylic sheet, is you know, sometimes you can cut it with a knife and score it and crack it and that sort of thing, but some folks may not actually know you can actually cut this with a saw. And the trick is to use a 180 tooth plywood saw blade, and just be gentle, you know, don't be in a huge hurry when you're running it through there. And Yeah, it'll smell a little funky, but you know, that's you get used to it after a while. So now I'm going to cut. These are my last two quote-unquote windows here for the other side. And I'm going to run this on through so you can see how this works. Easy peasy. It's like a glove. Now with our crackly stuff, you know, it has that, you know, kind of crackly textured stuff, and this is just your typical fluorescent light panel. It's kind of like a diffuser, but it's nigh on perfect for a Matt Smith era Tardis. And what we'll do on the Matt Smith Tardis, these panels are actually white. So we have some white spray paint. We'll spray the back of those, and we'll just cut out our two little panels for each window, and that'll make our contrast with the black, and that's how we'll do our those windows, and we'll just glue those right on top of the existing, you know, piece of plastic in the lower left and lower right corner. And because it'll have the white on the back of it just laying over top, it'll work perfect. So I'm about out of steam for today, and we're gonna call it, and we'll be back out here tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get it all done and hopefully have a Tardis raising party. So see you then.